Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel, Top Coin, where we dive into the fascinating world of coins, currency, and the hidden treasures you might just have in your pocket right now. Today's topic might seem small, just 1 cent, but don't let the size fool you. We're talking about the 2014 United States 1 cent coin. Yep, that ordinary-looking penny might actually be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. In fact, some rare varieties and rare versions of this coin have been sold for hundreds, even thousands, of dollars. So before you toss that 2014 penny into your change jar, stay tuned. We're breaking down its history, design, mint marks, era coins, and most importantly, how much it could be worth in today's collector market. You won't want to miss this. Let's start with a bit of history, because understanding where a coin comes from helps explain why certain versions become so valuable. The 2014 penny is officially called the Lincoln cent. It's part of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history, which started way back in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse, that's the front side, features a portrait of President Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has stood the test of time and is one of the most iconic coin images ever produced. In 2014, the reverse, or back, of the penny still carried the Union Shield design, which was introduced in 2010. That shield symbolizes Lincoln's preservation of the Union during the Civil War. It's clean, simple, and symbolic. At the top, it reads, United States of America, and just above the shield is the classic motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. But while the design itself hasn't changed much in recent years, the real value comes from what's beneath the surface. And I mean that both literally and figuratively. Now let's talk about how the 2014 penny was made. Although most people think of coins as solid metal, the truth is that the modern penny isn't even made of much copper. In fact, since 1982, pennies have been made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. So they're more zinc than anything else, and worth less in materials than their face value. But again, that's not the whole story. In 2014, over 8.15 billion pennies were struck across various U.S. mints. That includes coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, the Denver Mint, marked with a small d, the San Francisco Mint, which produces proof coins, with an S mint mark. Most of these coins are common. But as any collector knows, rarity is just one piece of the puzzle. What really gets people excited is errors, variations, high grades, and low mintages. Here's where it gets really interesting. Some 2014 pennies have sold for serious money, and it's almost always because of a mint error or a high-grade condition. Let's take a look at some of the most valuable 2014 penny versions out there. Fire 1. 2014 Double Die Error, DDO or DDR. Collectors love doubled dies. These occur when the design on the die shifts slightly between strikes, creating a noticeable double image. In 2014, there are known examples of double die obverse coins where Lincoln's face, date, or lettering appears doubled under magnification. Some of these coins have sold for $100 to $500, depending on clarity and grade. Fire 2. Off-center strike error. Off-center errors happen when the coin isn't properly aligned with the dies during minting. A 2014 penny that is off-center by 50% or more, while still showing the date, can easily fetch $150 to $300 or more, especially if the error is dramatic and eye-catching. Fire 3. Die cracks and cuts. These are small but valuable errors. A die crack appears as a raised line on the coin surface, and a cut is a lump of metal caused by a broken die. Some 2014 pennies with large cuts have sold for $50 to $100, and collectors love these for their uniqueness. Fire 4. Wrong planchet errors. Imagine finding a penny struck on a dime or foreign coin planchet. These are extremely rare but have occurred in other years. If you ever come across a 2014 penny that seems too light or too thick, it could be a planchet error, and that could mean big bucks, possibly $1,000 plus at auction. Even if your 2014 penny doesn't have an error, don't give up hope. Coins that are in exceptionally good condition, we're talking about MS-68 or MS-69, which stands for Mint State, can be very valuable. These coins are graded by companies like PCGS or NGC and are nearly flawless. For example, a 2014 D Lincoln Cent graded MS-69 red sold for $1,500 at auction. A 2014 S-proof penny, if graded PR70 Deep Cameo, can bring in $50 to $200. If you think you have a flawless penny, it might be worth sending it in for grading. The cost can be worth it if the value of your coin is high enough. Now you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 2014 penny is special? Here's what to look for. Check the date and mint mark. Is it from Philadelphia? No mint mark. Denver D, or San Francisco S? Use a magnifying glass or coin loop. Look closely at the lettering, date, and Lincoln's features for doubling or anomalies. Look at the edges. Is it centered correctly? Any strange metal marks or cracks? Weigh your penny. It should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, you might have something special. Consider the shine. Uncirculated coins should still have their original luster. Don't forget to compare your coin with photos of known errors or high-value versions. And if you're in doubt, ask a professional grader or coin dealer. So what's the market like for 2014 pennies today? As of now, most circulated 2014 pennies are worth just face value. But mint condition, MS-67 or higher, $10 to $50 major errors, DDO, off-center, CUDs $50 to $1,000 plus proof coins, PR69 to PR70 $20 to $200 top-graded registry coins, MS-69 RD as high as $1,500 to $2,000 values can rise as coins become more scarce or popular in the collecting world, so hold on to anything unusual or high-grade. And there you have it, folks. That little 2014 penny sitting in your drawer might just be worth more than $1, or even $100, if you know what to look for. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a journey through history, design, and sometimes even treasure hunting. So next time you get change back at the store, take a second look. You might be holding onto a tiny piece of American history that's worth a lot more than 1 cent. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on future coin finds. Got a 2014 penny you want us to look at? Drop a comment below. We love hearing from you and checking out viewer submissions. Today, we're talking about a coin you've probably seen hundreds of times and maybe even have sitting in your change jar right now. But what if I told you that this ordinary-looking coin from 2015 could actually be worth a lot more than just 1 cent? That's right. Today we're uncovering the surprising secrets, hidden value, and little-known history behind the 2015 United States 1-cent coin. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and let's dive into the world of the modern penny. Because there's more to this small coin than meets the eye. Let's start with a bit of background. The 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, has been a part of American coinage since 1793. Over the centuries, it has gone through many changes in size, composition, and design. But the 1-cent coin as we know it today, with the image of President Abraham Lincoln, first appeared in 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Fast forward to 2010, and the reverse side of the Lincoln cent was permanently changed from the Lincoln Memorial design to the Union Shield design, a bold and patriotic emblem that reflects the unity of the nation. This is the same design you see on the 2015 penny. Now, the 2015 Lincoln cent may look modern and common, but believe it or not, it's gaining attention among coin collectors, and not just because of its design. What makes this coin special is the possibility of rare mint errors, variations, and condition grades that can boost its value significantly. So what exactly does the 2015 1-cent coin look like? On the obverse side, we see the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln facing right. The words, "In God We Trust," are inscribed across the top, "Liberty" appears on the left, and the year, 2015, is stamped on the right. Depending on where the coin was minted, you'll see either a D for Denver or no mint mark at all, which indicates the Philadelphia Mint. Turn it over, and you'll see the Union Shield. This reverse design features a large shield with 13 vertical stripes representing the original 13 states, joined by a horizontal bar at the top to symbolize the federal government. Above the shield, the words, E pluribus unum, are inscribed, and across the bottom you'll see 1 cent, written boldly. Above the shield, the word, United States of America, arches across the top. As for the composition, the 2015 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and coated with 2.5% copper. It weighs about 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Pretty standard for modern cents. But as we're about to see, the real excitement lies in the details. Here's where it gets really interesting. Not all 2015 pennies are created equal. Some rare minting errors have been found in circulation, and collectors are willing to pay big money for them. Let's talk about some of the most notable varieties and errors. Doubled die obverse. DDO. This occurs when the coin is struck by a die that has a doubled image. Look closely at the date, 2015, or the word, Liberty. If you see any doubling of the letters or numbers, you might have a valuable coin. Some DDO varieties have sold for $50 to over $150 depending on condition. Off-center strike, a striking error where the coin design is misaligned. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin. Some 2015 pennies with off-center errors have sold for up to $200 or more. Die cracks and cuds. Sometimes, the die used to strike the coin gets damaged, creating cracks or blobs on the surface of the coin. These are called die cracks or cuds. Collectors love these anomalies, and depending on how prominent they are, a coin with these errors could be worth $10 to $100 or more. Transitional errors. Although rare, a few coins get struck using incorrect metal planchets. If a 2015 penny were accidentally struck on a planchet intended for a dime or foreign coin, that could result in a huge payout, potentially thousands of dollars. Even without errors, the condition of your 2015 penny plays a huge role in determining its value. This is where coin grading comes into play. The grading scale runs from PUR, P1, all the way up to mint state, MS70, which represents a coin in perfect, uncirculated condition. Most 2015 pennies in circulation are worth face value, just 1 cent. But if you have an uncirculated example in brilliant condition, especially one graded MS65 or higher, its value could jump. Coins graded MS67 can sell for $10 to $25, and rare examples graded MS68 or better have sold for over $200 at auction. Proof versions of the 2015 penny also exist. These were struck at the San Francisco Mint and are identifiable by their mirror-like surfaces and extra detail. A perfect proof 2015 penny can fetch $25 to $50, sometimes more. So what's the market like today for the 2015 penny? As of now, most regular 2015 Lincoln cents are worth 1 cent if found in circulated condition. But here's where the value spikes. Coins with rare errors, coins in mint state condition, and especially those certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Online auctions have shown surprising results. A 2015 penny with a dramatic off-center strike sold for over $250. A high-grade MS68 penny recently went for $180. A DDO example graded MS65 sold for about $125. Even common proof pennies are being scooped up by collectors trying to complete date runs of Lincoln cents from the 21st century. So while it's not guaranteed, if you have a sharp eye and some patience, your pocket change might just contain a mini treasure. So there you have it. The humble 2015 1-cent coin from the United States might not seem like much at first glance. But with the right mint error or in the right condition, it could be worth a lot more than face value. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, this is a reminder to always check your change. That next penny you find might be worth $5, $50, or even $500. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of the 2015 Lincoln cent, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And hey, drop a comment below. Have you found a valuable 2015 penny in your collection? Let's talk coins. Today, we're diving deep into the 2016 United States 1-cent coin, its hidden history, its mint secrets, and the wildly surprising values that some collectors are paying for this seemingly ordinary coin. So don't blink, because what you're about to discover may just change the way you see pocket change forever. Let's get into it. In 2016, the US Mint struck over 9.1 billion 1-cent coins, yes, billion, featuring the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. He's been the face of the penny since 1909, celebrating his 100th birthday that year and replacing the Indian head cent. But here's what most people don't know. Not all 2016 pennies are created equal. Some of them are struck with rare errors, others are minted in small quantities, and a few are in such perfect condition that their value shoots sky high. And yes, some collectors are willing to shell out big bucks, way beyond face value, to get their hands on one. So what makes a 2016 penny worth so much money? Let's break it down. First, a little history. The 2016 penny continues the Lincoln design with a shield on the reverse, a change made in 2010 to represent Lincoln's preservation of the Union. The obverse still shows Lincoln's profile, sculpted by Victor David Brenner, a design that's now over a century old. The reverse, with its bold Union shield, was created by Lyndall Bass, symbolizing national unity. But even in a year of massive production, some pennies slip through the cracks with errors, rarities, and unusual finishes. And that's where the real value comes in. Let's talk 2016 penny errors. Collectors love mint errors. Why? Because they're rare. They happen by accident. And they almost always increase a coin's value dramatically. Here are some of the most valuable 2016 penny errors you need to know about. Double die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the die that strikes the coin has a misalignment, causing parts of the design, like the date, Liberty, or the motto In God We Trust, to appear doubled. If you've got one of these, you're looking at $100 to $500 or more depending on condition. Off-center strike. When the coin isn't properly aligned during minting, it results in a lopsided coin. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the value. A 2016 penny that's 50% off-center with a visible date can bring in $200 to $1,000 at auction. Be error. This is a tiny die break between the letters B and E in the word Liberty, forming what looks like the letter I. It's minor, but collectors hunt for these. Even something that small can sell for $10 to $50 or more. Clipped planchet. A small piece of the coin is missing because the metal wasn't properly cut before striking. These unusual errors can sell for $30 to several $100 depending on size and eye appeal. Transitional planchet errors. Now these are ultra rare. Imagine a 2016 penny struck on a blank meant for another coin. These errors are like gold mines. One sold for over $4,000. In coin shows across the US. 2016 pennies in high mint state condition are grabbing attention. What does mint state mean? It means the coin has never been in circulation. No scratches, no wear, just pure, untouched copper-plated zinc brilliance. Coins graded MS67 or higher by agencies like PCGS or NGC are extremely hard to find, maybe one in tens of thousands. These can fetch $200 to $1,500 at auction, especially if they're from the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, or Denver Mint, D mint mark, with a flawless strike point. One such 2016 D penny in MS68 red condition sold for nearly $2,000. That's 2,000 times its face value. And people are still buying. So, how do you know if your 2016 penny is worth serious money? Here's what to do. Grab a magnifying glass or a coin microscope. Check for doubling on the date, letters, and Lincoln's eye. Look for off-center strikes, missing letters, or any strange lines or cuts. Note the color. Coins that are a bright red-orange and have no wear are more desirable. Flip the coin. Is the shield perfectly centered? Any chips or extra metal? Got something weird? Get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. You could be sitting on a coin that's worth hundreds or more. From a tiny 1-cent coin to a collector's jackpot, The 2016 United States penny is more than just change in your pocket. It's a piece of history. It's a treasure hunt waiting to happen. It's proof that even the smallest things can hold immense hidden value. If you know where to look. So the next time you get a penny in your change, check the date. Flip it over. Examine it closely, because that 1 cent might just be your next big discovery. And who knows, it might be worth $1,000 or more. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss another deep dive into rare coins and hidden treasures. Got a 2016 penny in your collection? Drop a comment below and let us know what you found. Have you ever looked at a humble penny and wondered if it might be worth more than just 1 cent? What if I told you that a simple coin you might have in your pocket or piggy bank right now could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 2018 United States 1 cent coin, also known as the Lincoln cent. This tiny copper-plated piece of metal may seem ordinary, but under the right circumstances, it could be a hidden treasure. Stick around, because what you learn in this video might just change the way you look at pocket change forever. Let's start with a bit of history. The United States 1 cent coin has a legacy that stretches back to 1793. But it wasn't until 1909 that the Lincoln design we all know and recognize made its debut. President Abraham Lincoln became the first actual person to appear on a regular issue American coin, marking the centennial of his birth. Fast forward to 2018. That year, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents. Yes, billions with a B. But here's the twist: not all 2018 cents are created equal. Some of them are incredibly valuable due to rare minting errors, special varieties, and pristine conditions. In the world of numismatics, that's the study and collection of coins, those tiny differences can make all the difference. Let's talk specifics. The 2018 Lincoln cent is part of the Shield Reverse series that began in 2010. The obverse features the classic profile of President Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner, a design that has remained largely unchanged for over a century. On the reverse, you'll find the Union Shield, a powerful symbol of national unity, designed by Lyndall Bass and sculpted by Joseph Mena. The coin is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, weighing 2.5 grams and measuring 19 millimeters in diameter. Now, on the surface, this coin might seem like any other modern penny. But here's where it gets exciting. Some 2018 pennies have errors and varieties that have sent collectors into a frenzy. Let's go over the most sought-after ones. 1. 2018 Double Die Obverse DDO. One of the most valuable varieties from 2018 is the Double Die Obverse. This error occurs during the minting process when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly between strikes, creating a doubling effect. On 2018 cents, this doubling is often visible in the words Liberty, or In God We Trust. These small misalignments can lead to huge payouts. Collectors have reported DDO varieties selling for anywhere between $50 to over $400, depending on the strength of the doubling and the coin's condition. 2. Off-center strike. Some 2018 pennies were struck off-center. This means the coin design is shifted toward one side, creating a blank crescent on the opposite edge. The more dramatic the off-center strike, and the more of the design still visible, the higher the value. Some of these errors have sold for over $100 or more, especially if the date is still fully readable. 3. Die cracks and cuds. Another sought-after error is the die crack, where a flaw in the minting die results in raised lines or bumps on the finished coin. A cut occurs when part of the die breaks off entirely, leaving a blob of unstruck metal on the coin's surface. Some 2018 Lincoln cents have prominent die cracks and cuds, and while these might seem like imperfections, collectors love them for their rarity and uniqueness. But rarity isn't the only factor. Condition matters a lot. A coin in circulation might fetch a few dollars, but a 2018 penny graded MS67 or higher by a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC can skyrocket in value. Mint state coins are those that have never entered circulation and maintain their original luster and sharp details. Coins in MS-66 to MS-68 condition have fetched upwards of $500 or more at auctions. And the higher the grade, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. So, what's the market saying today? As of now, a typical 2018 penny is still worth, well, 1 cent, if it's just your average coin. But coins with errors or in uncirculated, pristine condition are selling on eBay, heritage auctions, and coin shows for prices that might surprise you. A 2018 D penny with a strong DDO sold for $2.75. A 2018 Philadelphia Mint penny graded MS-68 RD sold for over $600. A dramatic off-center error went for nearly $150. Now remember, these values aren't guaranteed. The coin market, like any market, changes over time based on demand, rarity, and interest. But one thing is certain: there's a thriving collector's market for high-quality and error 2018 pennies. Start by checking your change. Get yourself a 10x magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the lettering, date, and mint mark. Search for signs of doubling, misalignments, cracks, or strange bumps. If you find something suspicious, compare it with known varieties online or consult a professional coin dealer. You never know, the next time you pay with a penny, you might be handing away a small fortune. Store valuable finds in protective holders to prevent damage. Learn about mint marks. 2018 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and for collectors. San Francisco. Use online resources and communities to stay informed. Coin forums, Reddit, PCGS, and NGC databases are your best friends, and always double-check before spending that penny. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're now part of the secret world of modern coin treasure hunting. The 2018 1-cent coin might look plain, but behind that copper glow lies history, mystery, and in some cases, a whole lot of money. So go ahead, dump out that jar of change, dig through your drawers, and take a closer look. That tiny coin could be your ticket to a rare discovery. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more hidden coin stories, and comment below. Have you found a rare 2018 penny? We'd love to hear your story. Today's video is one you definitely don't want to miss. We're talking about a tiny piece of copper-coated zinc that millions of people overlook every single day: the 2019 United States 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny. But don't let its size fool you. Some of these little coins are fetching jaw-dropping prices in the collector's market today. So grab your coin jar, because you might just be sitting on a small fortune. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. It was originally created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. For decades, this coin has gone through a few design changes. In 1959, the reverse design switched from the wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial. Then in 2009, to celebrate 200 years since Lincoln's birth, 4 unique reverse designs were minted. By 2010, the current shield reverse was introduced, and that's the design we still see today, including on the 2019 penny. Now you're probably wondering, what's so special about a penny minted in 2019? Millions were made, right? Well, yes, over 7 billion 2019 pennies were struck. But within that enormous number, a few very special coins stand out. And they are making waves in the numismatic community. First off, the 2019 penny was struck in 3 major facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark for proofs. Most of these are standard, everyday circulation coins. But here's where it gets exciting. The United States Mint released some 2019 W Lincoln cents, yes, with the W mint mark for West Point, and they were never released into general circulation. These were included only in 2019 collector's sets, like the America the Beautiful quarter sets. This was a first in history, the very first Lincoln cent ever minted at West Point. Some collectors didn't even realize these W cents were in their packaging until much later, and if you've got one in perfect condition, especially in grades like MS67 or MS68 red. You could be looking at a value of $500 to even $1,000 or more. Now let's talk about what everyone loves: error coins and valuable varieties. The 2019 penny has some incredible errors that you should absolutely be on the lookout for. 1. Double die reverse DDR. Some 2019 pennies feature doubling on the reverse side of the coin, especially in the shield lines or lettering like 1 cent or E pluribus unum. These coins can fetch anywhere from $50 to $500, depending on how strong the doubling is and the coin's condition. Point 2. Die cracks and cuds. There are reported 2019 cents with visible die cracks, raised lines that appear due to damage on the die itself. Larger die breaks or cuds on the rim or near Lincoln's head can add significant value. Coins with these features have been sold for $20 to $200.30. Off-center strikes. If you've got a 2019 penny where the design is off-center, especially if Lincoln's full face is still visible, it could be worth $100 to over $300, depending on how far off-center it is. Point 4. Broad strikes and clipped planchets. Although rare, if a coin is missing part of the rim or was struck without a collar, it could be a broad strike or clipped planchet. These types of errors are popular among collectors and can sell for $50 to $250 or more. Let's take a moment to talk about value. A regular, circulated 2019 penny from Philadelphia or Denver? Probably still worth just 1 cent. But an uncirculated, mint state coin, especially one that grades MS65 or higher? Now we're talking serious money. According to the PCGS Price Guide and NGC Population Reports, a 2019 W. Lincoln cent graded MS68 red has sold for over $1,200 at auction. A 2019 D double die penny in MS66 red fetched $450 in 2023. Even proof 2019 S pennies in PR70 deep cameo condition have sold for $50 to $100, thanks to their flawless surfaces. And remember, condition is everything in coin collecting. A small scratch can mean the difference between a coin worth $1 and one worth hundreds. That's why grading is so important. If you think you have a valuable 2019 penny, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. Alright, you might be wondering, where can I find these valuable coins? The answer is everywhere. Start checking your change, your piggy banks, your coin jars, or even ask friends and family if they've got spare change lying around. Visit banks, ask for coin rolls, and go through them one by one. Also, don't forget garage sales, estate sales, flea markets, and online marketplaces like eBay. Sometimes sellers don't even realize what they have. If you're buying online, be careful. Look for graded coins from reputable dealers, or raw coins with clear photos of possible errors or varieties. So there you have it, the 2019 1-cent coin. It may be one of the most common coins in your pocket, but hidden among them are rare gems that can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Don't underestimate the power of the penny. With the right eye and a little knowledge, you might just strike copper, or better yet, gold. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2019 penny, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin videos every week, and don't forget to tap the bell so you never miss a valuable update. Speech-a-loon, and let me know in the comments, have you found any rare 2019 pennies? What's the coolest coin in your collection? Tags and suggested titles optional. Is your 2019 penny worth thousands? 2019 1-cent coin errors. You need to know how to spot a rare 2019 penny in your change. Top 5 most valuable 2019 pennies ever sold.